Hey, beautiful people. Hey, y'all. It's time for the midday moment. Hey, everybody. Replay and live people. Guess what? I heart you. There we go. I heart each of you. Replay and live. Welcome to the midday moment. I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. It is my pleasure and my delight to share these midday inspirations with you. We're only here for a moment, okay? So we're not all day, just a moment here. And welcome. The midday moment is the place where we expect great things, not because we ignore the questions of our day, not because we ignore the challenges of our day. We expect great things because we recognize that we are both fully human and fully divine. So the midday moment is designed to help you tap into the divine. And we have a large network of inspirations called Kingdom. We've got the daily download with Dr. Pulley, Sunday through Saturday morning, 6:30. On Facebook, we have Tuesday and Thursday prayer and praise with Elder Katrina Johnson Smith. Monday night, the night of review. We got Kenneth Butler Jr. We have Facebook Illuminaries with Elder Ronaldo Casares. Sunday morning prayer with Bishop Sam and Bishop Pauletta Zimmerman. I'm telling y'all, we got a whole menu. So eat to your delight. Yay! All right. So welcome to the midday moment. We're going to get started in a little bit. This is our theme song. The OGs voted to keep it. And so we're sticking with it, okay? All right, let's sing a little bit, and then we're going to get into our teaching for today. Everybody ready? Come on, y'all. It's time. It's time for the midday moment. Come on, y'all. It's time for the midday moment. Yes. It's time for the midday moments. Oh, it's time. Yes, it is. I'm expecting great things and creating. And I'm creating great things. It's time. It's time for the midday moments. Oh, it's time. Happy Monday, everybody. In my life, yeah, I'm expecting great things. I sounded like a church mother, didn't I? Yeah. In my home, oh, I'm expecting great things. All around, background, all around, I'm expecting great things. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. You may not see, but I choose to believe. My eyes may not see. These physical eyes, y'all know what I say. Physical eyes are limited. Gotta put on your spiritual eyes, your kingdom eyes. I choose to believe. I believe in great things. Yay! All right, say thank you, theme song. Thank you, theme song. Theme song says, you're welcome. All right, so that's our theme song. All right. That is Great Things by Priscilla Hillier, if anybody desires to listen to that on your own time. But it's so good to be with you again. So listen, we are in the middle of getting rid of the junk. And literally, we're like kind of in the middle because we're on day 20. But it's an easy read. So if you've not begun to read with us, it's not too late. You can get your digital copy of Getting Rid of the Junk at the author's website. That's doctorpulley at gmail.com, DOCTOR, doctor spelled out, and then Pulley, PULLEY at gmail.com. So you can still get your digital copy. And listen, even if we get to the last day and you're like, oh, what's that book? You can read this anytime, okay? You can read it at any given time, all right? So you don't have to just like read it now and never again. Okay, so we are on day 20. We're getting rid of the junk. As we get rid of the junk, we're doing so we can make room We can make room to access and put into place. If they're not already there, put into place, and make sure you account for your keys. So we're getting rid of the junk so we can account for then our keys to good living, our keys to better health, our keys to abundant living, our keys to abundant life, our keys to the kingdom. That's what we're prepping for. And then once you make room for those keys, you situate yourself with those keys, then we'll continue throughout the year talking about how to stay on key. All right. How to maintain your key operations. All right. All right. So here we go, day 20. So this week we're dealing with isms and schisms. Last week we were dealing with excuses. So we were talking about all kinds of excuses. People have all kinds of excuses why they can't, fulfill their life's dream, their life's goal, ageism, all these different things. My mom and them, y'all remember that? I think it was a Jonathan, the comedian. Not Jonathan Butler is the singer. Oh, I can't remember his name. Jonathan Slocum. He used to have a comedy routine, Mom and Them, okay? And so you might blame Mom and Them, your background, past failures, all sorts of things, speech impediments, Moses. So that's where we were last week, getting rid of the excuses. Now we're talking about isms. Isms and schisms. And let me tell you, if you have not registered for the Kingdomanity Conference, where we are looking at humanity, we're looking at humanity, all of us in our operations, we are looking at humanity with a kingdom perspective. We encourage you to join us tonight and tomorrow night. And so I'll make sure the flyer is on my Facebook page here called The Midday Moment to make sure you know where to go. But you can also go to the website, COTECincrease.org. Somebody put that in the chat. You all know. I know COTEC people are here. COTEK, Church of the Everlasting Kingdom, Increase.org. So you can go there and register. We're talking about all the operations of isms and how do we deal with this stuff? How do we navigate through that so that we can be better, do better, and so forth. So we're going to take it chunk by chunk this week. So yesterday we were on Deborah. I'm not going to repeat that. That's one of my favorite stories. Oh my gosh. Deborah. Anyways, I got to keep moving. I got something right there, but I got to keep moving because we're on a different character today. Today we're on the Samaritan woman. And we're looking at racism. Yesterday we talked about sexism. Okay, I say we was in church, was Midday Moment. But anyways, if you're reading, yesterday's reading was on Deborah and sexism. Woo, I love that story. Oh my gosh. All right, today it is the Samaritan woman, and we're talking about racism. I cough. You're not gonna get anything. We virtual, okay? All right. So hold your breath. All right. Or don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. All right. So Samaritan woman, racism is what we're talking about today. So you can read the background of this. All right. Some of you are traditional Bible readers or new Bible readers. So you kind of know the story of the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman at the well. But we do have the scriptures here. So you can go back and read it for your background. And then you can also read the actual write-up for today. I don't read the write-ups for you. I give my reflections on the write-ups. All right. So you can read the write-up that's there. I have titled this Stranger Danger. Stranger danger. And the whole concept of stranger danger is not bad, but let's take a peek at this, okay? So a snippet from the actual reading, you have Jesus, the man we know to be Jesus from Nazareth, and who's a Jew, and you have the Samaritans. And Jesus is taking a journey and he's going through Samaria. And that's a bit of a no-no because they're not supposed to be talking, they're not supposed to be, hanging out together. Y'all know we've been there. Sometimes in our own family, we've been questioned about why you hanging out with them people. All right. And other folks have been questioned, why you hanging out with them people, with those people. All right. And so it's obvious that they're not supposed to mingle. And Jesus totally, as always, he's always ignoring these different traditions that people come up with. And so he, of course, communicates with her and they have a whole conversation about, may I have some water? Will you get me some water? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'm not supposed to. We ain't supposed to be hanging out. We're not supposed to be talking. But they both get to a point where that's totally ignored. It's totally ignored. And in the meantime, because they ignore something that man came up with out of his and her own fear and insecurity, they were able to experience a very purposeful moment where this lady was able to walk away with something that she may not otherwise have walked away with. She was able to walk away with a sense of renewed confidence and affirmation about who she is as a woman, and that the what you've been doing, you've been trying to work the system. I know you've been trying to sometimes we think that the only way we can get ahead is if we manipulate, scheme, and skive and connive through the system. And apparently, this woman was doing the best she could, given the circumstances of how women were treated. They didn't even have a Me Too movement. It was just me, and I'm trying to move. I'm trying to have some movement in my head, in my heart, peace, sense of well-being. And so she had some men folks. She had some husbands, kind of, sort of, maybe. She had some uncles. Okay, something like that. Baby daddies, maybe, I don't know. We don't get a lot of detail, but we know she's been around. Okay, she had a couple. She done been around, and Jesus like, yeah, and the one you with, is really not your. She confessed it. She was like, well, it's been some situations, and she's able to get a revelation in this moment that she does not have to live the way she's been living. I know there are cultural things around. I know it's around. I get it. I get it. But this does not have to dictate this. I'm gonna do that again, okay? This, okay, does not dictate that. This little stuff in the air does not dictate this. When you become free in your mind, nothing here can change that. And so she's able to access a certain level of freedom and wokeness in her own psyche, so that she can live her life differently, not dependent on trying to manipulate systems and position herself in the system with men and so on and so forth. And this is not looking down to her. She was doing what she thought she could only do. And Jesus, because of this stranger danger encounter, she's able to see more. All right, so here are my nuggets for you for today. Locally in our assembly here, I say Jones Jewels because Pulley's got pulley points, and we say everybody, come up with their little acronyms. We can't do pulley points because it's ain't pulley. All right, so Jones Jewels. It's a good thing for us to be aware of stranger danger. With good intentions, we teach that to our children. But beyond just the verbiage of stranger danger, what really is important is that we teach our children how to discern, and that we teach ourselves and we teach one another how to discern. Yes, there are some times when there's a concern. Discern. You need to know when to discern a concern. And so sometimes there's a concern. Okay, let's not go over that. I gotta feel it. That's something about that doesn't feel right. Okay, so I'm discerning a concern over here. Doesn't feel right. It's important that we teach ourselves, our children, and everybody to make a distinction, because some strangers are not danger. Okay, and so it's important that you discern. Had the woman at the well been stuck on stranger danger, she would have missed what was available to her. So I'm not saying don't ever teach caution and don't ever pay attention to your surroundings, but learn to discern when there's a concern and learn to discern when there's something to earn. Ooh, y'all, we tapping in today. Learn to discern when there is a concern. We haven't even got to the little points, y'all. My little Jones Jewels. Learn to discern when there is a concern. Because I watch a lot of I watch those shows like NCIS and Dateline, 48 Hours. Learn to discern when there's a concern, but also learn to discern when there's something to be earned. There's a moment here that's about to take place at this well, and I'm discerning that I'm about to earn something. All right. So number one, you need to discern when you are having a special encounter with people. Not everybody is out to do you harm, honey. Okay, so learn to discern when you're having a special encounter with a person or with people. Just like aggravation, can be experienced with people, blessings, insight can be experienced with people. So learn to discern when you're having a special encounter with people. You're going to have to learn to discern places. I know it's an awkward place. At a well? At a well? I came to get water. It's just a well. Why are we making a big deal? Why is this happening at a well? You got to learn to discern special people, unique encounters with people, and it's important that you learn to discern when you have some special encounters in special places. And some of these people, they're not going to look like you. They're not gonna look like you. I gotta, let me see. Oh my God, I gotta hurry up. I gotta hurry up, y'all. Several years ago, when I was looking for a therapist, I sought out this particular Black woman that I had been aware that I had known of her. I said, I'm gonna get a Black woman because, I ain't got time to be dealing with people that don't understand my cultural little stuff going on here. And I read the Black woman's bio. And it just wasn't hitting me. But when I read this other woman's bio, it hit me. But she wasn't Black, she was white. I was like, you know what? We're gonna have to work through this today because I'm going with the white one. You got to know when you're having a special encounter with some people and they might not look like you. You got to know when you're having a special encounter at a place that's weird and that's awkward. And number 3, you got to know when you're having a special proposal going on. There's a proposal here about water. Will you get me some water? Blah, blah, blah. And it takes discernment to know if you need to be getting water for this person. No, thank you. Versus when you need to be getting water for this person because there's something there. So I'm encouraging you. I got to go, y'all. I'm really at the end of my time. I got to go. So I'm encouraging you. Start practicing your sense of discernment. Get rid of this chunk racism. You can't work with a white person. You can't work with a Black person. You can't work with a great gay person. Start to say gray person. You can't work with a gray person, a gay person, a state, whatever. Okay, get rid of all of that. You can't work with a woman. You can't work with a man. People still floating around here. They got issues where they can't work with people because of our form. You better get with it because you got special encounters with people in awkward places with some awkward proposals that's going to bless your, as Deacon Kenneth Butler would say, going to bless your whole entire life. I love y'all. I got to go. I'm really at the end of my time, okay? I love y'all. Be blessed. I'll see you at the Kingdom Humanity Conference tonight at 7 p.m. I get a chance to share the platform with the one and only Bishop Hector and Elder Ramel Parks Weekly. Elder Ramel is our host. This is a brainchild that really comes from his work, his passion, his heart. So join us tonight. I gotta go, okay? I love y'all. God bless you. God be you. Go to cotecincrease.org to register for the conference, okay? I'll see you back here tomorrow. God bless you and God be you.